Okay, we're live. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today to Appliance Boot Camp. I'm gonna give. I'm running a little bit behind today. I got a bunch of stuff I'm trying to do in a short period of time, and gonna give YouTube a few minutes to let everybody know that we are live. That we are live. Um, we got a hands-on live event coming up next weekend on the 13th through and it's a 3 day. It's Friday. Remember, it's gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now. Let me turn this light on right here. We also have a hands-on live event on September the 17th, and that's a 3 day also. That'll be a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I say, today I've just been crazy trying to catch up with stuff. Everything is back ordered. A lot of the trucks, even at the ABC store, it's funny. ABC store, they're not running the actual routes now and restocking the stores, so they don't have enough truck drivers, enough people in the warehouse. Some of the supply places that we get our what's it called from, get our products from to make ice cream. I just got another one where they refunded my money. They say they ain't got enough people in the warehouse to fulfill the orders and to get the orders out to you. So there a lot of them now starting to refund me my money for my orders. And so today, all the way up to this last second coming on here, I'm trying to find places to fulfill my orders and whatnot. All right, and so if you want to come in live, that'll be the link to get into the live. But yeah, so I'm here running, trying to get everything together and following, fighting the logistics and stuff. So I didn't. That's why I'm running a minute or two late. But once again, I want to thank everybody for watching and coming in. Um, this appliance repair is doing very, very well. I talked to several people over the last couple of days, and they what you call they're telling me how well things are going for them. They're telling me I got a text earlier today from one of our alumni, and he's what we call he's cracking over 500,000. And he's getting close to that 1 million. And it's a joy to actually talk to them and to see them actually doing that. And I'm really really happy for all of them. And that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about today, about an information overload. I had this happen once, 3 times today. Matter of fact, maybe four. I think about. I just finished talking to a young lady. So this is the fourth person I talked to today that we ran into this issue. And it's simple stuff. And I'm just going to talk about the one that I just what we call that I just finished helping with. A young lady is out looking at a refrigerator, and she's trying to figure out what's going on. With a refrigerator, I teach you in appliance boot camp. With a refrigerator, you want to start off fixing the low hanging stuff. You don't want to get involved in seal systems and stuff when you first start. You just want to do the low hanging fruit. You want to be control boards, ice makers, defrost thermostats, defrost misters, defrost heaters, evaporator fan, condenser fans, those simple stuff like that. Low hanging fruit. You're not going to be getting into uh, the seal system repairs. Well, what happens? This young lady, she's studying so much and doing so much with trying to learn the appliance repair business that she has have an information overload where she's no longer looking for the simple stuff. She's looking for more complex stuff. She's looking at the compressors and looking at the lines coming off the compressors and going to the condenser. One lady, this not this lady, one guy called me, and he has his infrared gun, and he's trying to take a temperature reading at the condenser coil, and trying to figure out if he got a restriction or if he got a block. And I'm asking him, do you do seal system repair? And he said no. Uh, yeah, it's good to know that, but right now you don't need to know that. You just need to evaluate it and find out if you have a seal system problem. If you got a seal system problem and you don't do seal systems, there's no need to stay there anymore. You just tell the customer that they got a seal system problem, and then you call the third party warranty company if you are doing it the way I tell you to do it, and you tell them it's a third party warranty. You tell the third party warranty company it's a seal system failure. They need to get somebody else to come take a look at it. If you're doing a COD call, you just tell them, hey, it's a seal system problem. We don't do seal systems. Collect your service call fee and move on. But what's happening, they're doing so much where they're trying to go so deep into it that they don't they run past just the simple stuff. So I was talking to all four people. We done the same thing where I asked them. I said, check and see if the compressor's on. And when I asked them that, they said, how do I do that? I said, did you look at the module that for refrigeration? Yes. Did you look at it prior to going to the service call? No, I looked at it before, but then they tell me they're taking a bunch of other courses. Well, that's fine. You should learn as much as you want. But I'm telling you how to get the low hanging fruit. And I'm telling you, check and see if the compressor's on. How do you do that? Well, take your amp clamp, just find any wire leading to that compressor and clamp around it. If it's above zero, then you know the compressor's on. Now, right now, I don't care about the amp. I don't want you to even think about what the amp draw and all that stuff is right now. That's above your pay grade right now. That's coming later on in life. I just want you to be able to tell if the compressor's on. If the compressor's on, yes, the compressor's on. Is the condenser fan turning? Yes, the condenser fan is turning. Okay, so we know that the compressor is on. We know the condenser fan is on. Go inside and let's look at the evaporator coil. Take the evaporator coil off. Take the cover for the evaporator coil cover off. Is the evaporator fan turning? Yes, it is. Look at the frost pattern. Do you have a frost pattern on the coils? One of them says it's just some frost right at the top. One of them says it's just a big block of ice right there. One of them says no frost. Okay, you got a seal system problem. So what do you do now? And they were lost because now they're thinking they gotta go figure out if it's a restriction, if it's low charge, and you're not gonna be able to tell that until you tap in and get some pressure gauges. That's not what you're gonna be doing now. Right now, you need to just go call the third party warranty company, tell them it's a seal system failure, collect your 125, and have them have somebody who seal system problems so they take a look at it and keep it moving. So you don't overstress yourself out. And what I want you to do, I want you to do that to get your confidence up and to make your money. At the same time, you're learning the basic knowledge of refrigeration, how refrigeration works. When you get into the point where you're starting to go see if you got restriction, if you got a low charge and all that, that's for the top dollar. You're not in the top dollar. You're not a top technician yet. Right now, you just need to know the basics of how refrigeration works, and that's the way I want you to do with the appliances. That's what I teach you. I teach you how to get in and make the money at the ground level, and make that money and get your confidence up. Once you do that, you got a thorough understanding of how the appliance operate. Then you can go and you can start then dabbling deeper into electronics, um, refrigeration, and all those other things. But right here at the beginning, no, at the beginning, you just need the very basics to make the very basics repairs. And most of the repairs that you're gonna run into, the course actually guides you through that. So that's the issue that a lot of people are having. A lot of people right now can they're just going out there and they're thinking they got to do everything. They're thinking that they have to take all this information. It's, like I say, it's good to take a bunch of get a lot of information and learn a lot. But you get to a point. Everybody, you can look this up. Everybody tell you when you start to overstudy. When you overstudy, it has the same effect as not studying because you can't remember anything. You get stressed out and all this, and you get to a point where it brings unwanted pressure on you. Because it's simple stuff. And like I'm telling them, I say what's happening. I say follow the blueprint. If you're going out here to get a refrigerator, look at the refrigeration module before you go. All right, and then what you want to do, go to appliancetology and get the service manual. And that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna study. No, don't do no broad study of all refrigeration and all refrigerators and stuff. You want to do a deep dive into that specific refrigerator that you're gonna be working on, so you be familiar with it. Learn, read it, so you understand the terminology that they're speaking in. Because translating from the Korean translation to English sometimes doesn't go well. You want to make sure that you have a very clear understanding of that. See how it comes apart. Read on the applianceology, all the threads that's dealing with that one specific model that you're gonna be working with, so you can see all the common stuff people have. You learn how to put in diagnostic mode. You do all your research on that specific model. When you walk into the house on that specific model, you will know it. But when you what you call trying to do a broad study of refrigeration across everything, you get to a point where you're gonna you're gonna have information overload, and you're not gonna be able to you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna make a mistake because you just got too much information. And you get to a point where it's just too broad of an information. It comes back to the education system that we have. Education system that we have, they do that. They give you too broad of information and at a time that you can't go out and apply. And that way you never really learn anything by the time you go to school and stuff. Versus if you were to do a detailed study on that specific appliance that you're going to be working on, and if you do that and you study that appliance for an hour, 2 hours, I'm telling you, you will be able to fix it. You will be able to fix it. But you're gonna until you got a good grasp on diagnosing and the theory and how appliances work. You what you call it. You don't want to be out there oversaturating yourself with information. I look at what I'm doing kind of like you swimming. First time you learning how to swim, you don't run and get on the high board and jump into the middle of 10 feet of water and think you're going to swim that way. You're going to drown. The same thing. You think you're going to be start getting out here and taking trying to figure out saturation points and all that temperatures and points and stuff in refrigeration, and you don't even know the theory of how refrigeration really works. You ain't got good knowledge. You don't have a good grasp on how the refrigerator actually operates and what it's actually doing. You're gonna drown, and that's what I'm telling you. Don't jump in the 10 foot of water. Do like all of us learn how to swim. You stay on the edge and you hold the edge. You're in the 3 feet and you kick your feet, and every so often you go up underwater and you come back up and you stay close to the edge. So when the older kids see you out there and they get ready to dunk you, try to dunk you or something, you can hurry up and get out the water before they come. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you'll venture out a little further, a little further, a little further. You'll get to the point where you'll jump in the 10 foot and swim over to the 3 feet and until you learn to tread water a little bit. Then eventually you'll get to the point where you're comfortable and you can hang out in 10 feet. You can do you can then venture around the whole pool. That's the same thing you gotta do with this new career that you're learning and this new skill set that you're learning. You don't want to get oversaturated with the information. You need to just take your time and just and study that one specific appliance, and you'll be a-okay. If you would like to come in, that's the link into the chat right here. I'm gonna read a little bit what we got going on. All right. Dale Scott. Hey, how you doing, Dale? Good to see you. Glad you join in with us. Salute to Grandmaster Mike and ABC family. Hey, how you doing? Appreciate that. All right. What's up? Dale Scott again. All right. BK from the Rockies. Hey, how you doing, BK? Good to see you. All right. What's up, 89 Dr. Funk? All right. Good to see you. Uh, Erwin. What's up, Mike and family? Hey, how you doing? Quentin Hodge. Hey, Mike and fam. Hey, how you doing? What's up? That's Greg B. What it do, Mike and ABC fam? Hey, how you doing, Greg? Terry the electrician. Hey, what's going on? Greg B. Say what's popping? Okay. They got some networking going on. Oh Fix It. Hey, how you doing? Oh Fix It. Richmond, Virginia, Appliance Repair LLC. All right, good to see you. BK from the Rockies. I definitely can see the stress in appliance repair. I'm at a point of cherry picking specific repairs so I can better manage my time. Yeah, just go ahead and be like a catfish, BK. Whatever falls down to the bottom, I say just take it. If you start cherry picking, you'll never get to a point where you take anything. Just whatever falls down to the bottom, you take it and you do it, and you'll be fine. You can do it. You can do it. Good Tech Appliance Repair. Hey, how you doing? All right. LP, hey, thank you, Brother Sneed, checking in from Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay, good to see you, man. Uh, Infinite Possibilities. Hello, hey, how you doing? All right, we got Slick. Hey, what's going on, Slick? Fix. Mike, on point warranty has gone from paying 1 day or weekly to paying every 4 weeks. Oh, wow. I'm not going to be doing any more repairs for them, waiting every 30 days for payment just for your info. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Where they were paying once a day, now they're going to paying uh, weekly or paying every 4 weeks. Yeah, that sucks. They probably gonna do like everybody else, start trying to ask you for a discount to get paid sooner. But yeah, all right. Sorry to hear that. All right. 89 Dr. Funk, they networking. All right. 89 Dr. Funk. I'm spending too much time on microwaves over other appliances. Fridge don't even take me that long. Yeah, it's funny how the universe act like that. If you what you call if you find something kind of like baseball, if they find out you can't hit a curveball, that's all you're gonna get is curveball. Until you take on that microwave, you're gonna always get those microwaves. But yeah, you get them. With me, the microwaves, if they got the capacitor and diode, to me, I can get those pretty good. Inverter boards, inverter boards can be a little bit tricky because a lot of times you might have noise issue, meaning when I say noise, frequency or electrical issues that might be causing problems, or you might have communication error. The inverter board not talking to the main board correctly. We got two people coming in. Let me get them in. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Gregory McClendon?
That'd be me.
Hey, how you doing, Greg? All
I'm
right,
doing real good. How you doing?
no good. And we got Mr. Greg B. Greg Burke. Hey, what's going on, Greg?
What's going on, Mike?
Not much. Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
All right. Greg dropped out. Okay. We'll bring him back as soon as he come back in. Now, Gregory McClendon, you're out of what city?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona? Okay.
Yep.
How long you been doing the appliance repair?
Oh man. October last year.
October last year? What were you
Yep.
doing prior to that?
Underwriter for a mortgage company.
Oh, wow. So you had no appliance repairs experience prior to that. You're doing underwriting. Zero.
Zero.
Okay, that's great. You still doing that or you full-time appliance repair now?
Oh man, I quit that job like 2, 3 weeks later, man.
After starting appliance repair?
I mean, yeah, and it was a 6-figure job, but I could kind of figure it out pretty quick because I was working 2 hours a day, part-time on this, making more than I was making working 8 hours at that. I was losing money keeping that job, so I had to get out of there quick. So I made the decision and I went for it.
There you go. Now, are you? What are you current? Are you currently doing COD or you third party warranty? What? How you going?
I mean, honestly, I came in third party warranty, got a couple of them. I'm doing pretty good at that. I've done some COD work, but it came so fast and so heavy. I didn't get a chance to set up my protocols and everything and set up the website. The money just started coming, and I had to get to these people's house. So
Yeah, that's the way it normally goes. It's a business, like I tell everybody, that's why I like the appliance repair business. It's one that doesn't require you to do a whole lot of marketing starting off. And that's why I tell people to go and start off with a third party warranty company to get your cash flow up and to also to get you time to catch up to learn marketing and get some money so you can start doing websites and to get the experience before you start doing CODs. And that's good. So, you looked at the videos and just followed the videos directly, or how did you go?
I mean, I'll be. I mean, I'm coming through your line,
Okay,
you know.
and
So
to
so
apply boot camp.
so Greg Birch is my mentor. And
Mm-hmm.
he told me about that. And I told him, I said, look, man, I make great money. He said, F your money. Ain't no money. And he told me to take a look at this right here. And he said, just try it out. I work 7 to 4, 4 to 6. I would do one job. I'm looking at what I made for that one job versus what I did. I was working at home, making
Mm-hmm.
great money. But if I do 8 hours of this, I mean, my whole tomorrow is scheduled, Wednesday scheduled. I'm smiling. I just put some money in the bank just now. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I don't even, this has been going so fast, I don't even have all my records and stuff in order, like my Excel spreadsheet, because
Uh-huh.
it's just coming, man. I need an accountant. I need to get one of these accounting guys, man.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. But I've been
Right.
watching the videos trying to keep up. And luckily, I have excellent mentorship. He made sure that he got me on the right track, showed me everything how I needed to get going. And he just made sure to kind of walk me through the paces to make sure as I stumbled, he helped me regain my balance. And after about 60 days, I was off to the races.
Okay. So you started off doing one to two stops per day.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 to 2 stops per day, and you started off with third party warranty companies,
Yep.
and you still doing third party warranty companies.
Yep.
Do you have them send you the parts, or you go buy your parts?
I buy all the parts, but
Mm-hmm.
I have good relationships with some of the companies. That's part of the mentorship. He showed me how to maneuver around, the Marcones and the Reliables and all of that, your online, and just how to study everything out and how to approach it like a business. And so that's the big thing I learned. I had to learn how to do this stuff on my own. And he taught me how to figure that part out, but he taught me how to do business.
Uh-huh.
And that's what this is all about. It's really just about business. And do you want to control your life or do you want to be letting someone else control your life? I wanted to control my own life. And he gave me the opportunity and I took it.
Did do you felt like if you went to work for somebody else, you ever thought about going to work for somebody else?
It wouldn't make any sense financially. So
You
you
can learn
figure
it
I
on
was
your own.
working for a company making $45 an hour. I was doing all right, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't this. It was different. It was a whole, I mean, I don't have to explain it to you. It was different. It's different.
Right. So it's like I tell everybody, it's nothing like this. Now, now, how much do you have? How much do you invest in the training?
I mean, a gang of sweat equity. So the training that Greg got me on is, hey, you set up your job, you make sure you study your job out for 24 to 48 hours, understanding what it is, look at the schematic, look at a couple of videos on it and stuff like that. And when you get stuck, call me. So when I say like he really coached me up, he took some time with me, sat on the phone with me, made sure whatever I was looking at, he explained it to me. I didn't know what a pressure switch was one time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm getting ready to go look at this spider job that, man, they I hope they don't want me to do it, but if they do, they're gonna have to pay for it.
Did you have to pay Greg for any other training?
Most definitely.
Okay. All right. There you go. All right. Okay. Okay. So here we go. All right. So I want to commend you, man. I'm very proud of what you're doing, and I'm very proud of seeing you do this, man. 'Cause, like I say, I put this out here for for us. I put this out here for us.
Yeah,
to get us back out here, especially for us African American men, and to teach us entrepreneurship.
of course.
Hey,
Entrepreneurship.
Mike, you want to know what's funny though? When I first got him started, right? He's
Mm,
supposed to been quitting his job in like March. I said,
mm.
man, you ain't gonna be at your job that long. Man, within like 2 weeks after that, he done quit his job.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's not funny. I know it because I'll
Well,
be
I'm
honest.
not going to recommend that for the average person because
Mm,
the thing is, you actually have to go out and do the work. You have to be willing to get out there and do it.
mm,
But the benefit far outweigh the cost. And for me, it left me no retreat. I had nowhere else to run to. I had to make it work.
mm,
Look, my hands wasn't in no machine doing that. I was like,
mm.
how you open this lid up? How you take this kick plate off? I ain't know nothing about the two screws and I ain't know anything.
Yeah, yeah, it's
But
easy.
how
Uh,
I looked at it is I got on the job training. But what I had to understand was the concept of what you're doing. You're not really saying, hey, I'm going to teach you how to be a master technician. You're basically teaching people how to be free and control their own life and do what they want to do with their life and really see what creating your own life looks like, creating your own wealth looks like. This, I'm trying to buy me a truck now. I wasn't thinking about this last year, but now all this money coming in, I'm looking at other investments I can make. And it's phenomenal. My whole life is different. They out here thinking I'm
hey,
fucking toast.
hey, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. Yeah, this is funny to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta be straight up and honest with you.
Mhm.
It's funny to me because uh, the program that Greg sold you and the program that Greg gave you is a program that I put out, and it's a program that Greg's been saying doesn't work.
No,
Greg.
I never said it doesn't work. I was just saying about the warranty thing.
Well, you told him to go the warranty route.
Right, because in his area, like, but I told, hey, Greg, didn't I tell you in the beginning, you might not get the work. So I kind of let him knew that. But in his
No,
area,
if you don't believe in if you don't believe his program, what you sold him is actually my program.
He kind
And
of
yeah,
gave
he
me
know that.
all the ends of it, so he's always asking me about the COD stuff. But he set me up in a way where I can get kind of fed a little bit and got my
yeah,
feet wet a
yeah,
little
I
bit.
know, I know the program well because it's my program, and
Right,
that's
right.
and this is the thing that the issue I have. It's my program, but everybody with Greg last week he was on here. He was mad at people because people were telling people go by the blueprint, go by the blueprint. Because what happens, people come in and they want to skip, they want to not pay. They don't want to pay for my course, and the alumni is adamant to make sure that people pay me. But Greg was mad at those people because he wanted to cut them off at the corner and grab you and give them my program after he done told me that what I teach doesn't doesn't work. He said everybody the warranty work don't work. You had to go COD, but if he thought COD was the right way to go, he would have sent you that way. If he if
I think it's the area because, like, I know, like, he's like, man, you getting all that work over there. I don't get none of that same work down here in Dallas, but I'm getting it over here with the same company. So I think my opportunity might have been different, but I
No,
didn't know nothing.
it's the same. It's my blueprint. I know it worked. And what he
It's a
does,
blueprint.
he grabbed it. He sold it as his own. And then they come back and tell me my shit ain't good. And this is some of the things that we have to do as African American men.
I don't know if he did that. I know
Now
that
I
he.
didn't do that because now he twisting everything I said. Like I tried to call him the day before to explain what I meant, but what he's saying, I didn't say none of that. All I said was everybody's not gonna be in an area where the warranty calls work. Like what you just told him. I told Greg, I said, man, I don't get them from the warranty companies here. But he did. That was my only thing. And it wasn't me. I was voicing opinions for everybody else. And you making it seem like it was
why you didn't give him your program? How you done it? Because you didn't do. You say you didn't do warranty work. Why you didn't tell him how you go out and you get CODs and how you start off with CODs with customers.
Because it wouldn't have made sense to tell him that I had to do what I had to
It don't
do.
work that way starting off. Because I've done it for 20 some years. It don't work that way starting off.
Yeah, but it worked for me because I didn't have no choice. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but
if I could have got on with the warranty companies and that would have worked, why you
didn't tell him to go get a job? Since you think you would have made $100,000, you said you would have made $100,000 quicker if you wouldn't have got a job. Why you didn't tell him to go get a job?
I didn't say that. I said I would have if I would have got somebody to walk me through. And just like what I did with him, he's making the money now because he had me. I didn't have a me.
You had me. You could have called me. I'm available.
Yeah.
You're doing for him the same thing that I'm doing.
Right, but like, don't get it twisted. I didn't tell him it was my course. I let him know that it came from you. I just sold it to him. Now, because you kept saying like it's your course, like he knew all that, but I just gave him everything you gave me.
I know, but then you come tell me my shit ain't good.
No. Only thing I said was like, and you can ask other people. Like some people are not getting to work.
We got the video.
Right, it's still up, and many people inbox me after that telling me they glad I said that.
I know, because y'all putting salt and sugar. If y'all going around telling everybody what's need putting out here, it ain't gonna work for everybody, and so you all can kind of funnel off work and all that. That you can't. That's the reason why. I know because I talked to all this stuff that's going on. I know. I know the appliance repair field is the world. It's a small world. So I know that. But the thing of it is, what hurt me about this, and this has nothing to do with Mr. Gregory McLean. This has nothing to do with Mr. Gregory McLean. What hurt me about this is it's the brothers. It's the brothers that come and come on to my show and tell me that and tell people they need to have another course other than my course. You know, SNEED course is okay, but you need to go get this white man's course, or you need to go get this person's course. But they don't never go to the white man show or anybody else show, live show, in doing the live chats and type in their course is good, but you need to go get SNEED ABC course and stuff. And then they go and sell my course verbatim, but still come and kick me down. And so that's one of the things I was telling a couple of people is at the point as African Americans, this right here is not it's not no bad thing. I'm not mad at Greg. I'm not mad at you, Gregory. But this is a conversation we need to have. When somebody comes to us, especially our own, and they're bringing good information, and they're bringing all the stuff that we're bringing. You said the information that I was able to give Greg. He was able to give it to you, and got you in less than 2 weeks. You quit your job.
Yeah, 2-3 weeks, yeah.
2-3 weeks, you quit your job, making the most money that I guess you ever made in your life, and instead of coming back and telling other brothers, yo, this brother SNEED, he done built us a school out there. He's buying up the whole town, and he's teaching us business, and he want to teach us more business. And next thing you know, we come and we say, fuck that, I'm gonna get in front of SNEED and take all his money. Not only that, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna cause this dysfunction in between there, so I can pull people off. And we can't do that. We gotta stay strong amongst ourselves. But go ahead, Mr. Gregory.
I don't know about. I didn't get that. I got something different. I got you need to watch him every day. This is the line you coming through. This is where I got it from. Don't have the idea that this setup is going to teach you how to do this business, how to do appliances. It's going to teach you how to think and go into business. You're going to figure out how to do the appliances and stuff like that, and I'm going to coach you through it and show it to you. That's how I got it, but I always knew who you were because I always listened to you because he made me download. He sent me 1 million links to download where I should be looking at, and basically everything he had to go through trial and error, he kind of gave me everything minus the potholes.
Right. But see, now they trying to flip it now and make me look like the bad guy because
I'm not trying to make him like the bad guy. I'm not trying to make him like the bad guy. But you did say that you didn't that ABC
No, I'm gonna tell you what I said. I said for everybody's not gonna be able to make it off warranty work because it's a lot of people in the group who saying they not getting the warranty calls. That's the only thing I'm saying because a lot of people was like,
you didn't send this guy to you sent him to the plate,
right? Because he was able to do it, but I also let her know like, hey, if the warranty work ain't popping in your area, you might have to do the COD. I let her know everything up front.
Okay, all right.
Ain't this what I did, Greg? Then I let you know, like the warranty work might not be there in your area, but if it's not, we can try the COD route. So, I kind of let you know everything.
Yeah,
like that, but my phone rang and it never stopped ringing after that. Like,
I know that. That's why I tell people to go that route. I know that. So, like I say, there's no hard feelings and stuff, but this is the stuff that this is really the stuff that we have to do. If you're doing a course, like I tell everybody, go to Miss Ward, get Constellation, go to everybody to do stuff. But at the same time, don't come and say, well, this right here don't work. ABC is teaching. ABC, you're good on the business side, but that wasn't enough for me to get going. I need to know this, and it's really just marketing your course. That's I knew that it was just marketing your course and to pull other people off. But like I say, spread the.
Mike, are you trying to say that's what I did?
Somewhat, yes.
But no, because I was about to say I don't really got a course. I just knew that guy and offered it to him because, like, once you buy something, you can do whatever you want to do with the information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can.
No, because it's some other people who took it who got a school going. I believe. I think he came through. Right. So
everybody has taken it and cycle it off and cut poor Mike's lead out.
Well, now, not really, because I heard you say like one time you're supposed to show somebody else. So
yeah,
that's right.
You're supposed to show somebody else. If he was your friend, you said Mr. Glendon was your friend.
Right.
Okay, you knew him prior to him reaching out.
Yeah.
So why didn't you do it for free?
Because I didn't get it for free. Ain't nothing for free. It don't matter. Business never personal. I mean, what he spent for it is a good deal.
But it's a good deal for him. But when I put my prices up there, when I said I'm going to charge $3,500, I saw you saying, man, that's 30, man. You ain't gonna be able to afford that. People are broke. But how much you charge? How much you pay Greg B?
600.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, but see now you trying to. Yeah, I see what you're doing, but it's all good.
It's not. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Ward? How you doing? Do you want to be in on this?
This is Miss Ward.
This is Miss Ward.
I heard about you and her. He talk about y'all all the time. I know a whole lot about both of y'all.
Yeah.
He was talking to both of y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Can you hear us, Miss Ward?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But I got a question, Greg. Go ahead, Miss Ward.
Okay, so I just want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so can I say something?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so all right, so hey. Okay, gentlemen, this is a public forum. Hey, all right, so this is a public forum. So, okay, gentlemen, this is a public forum, and the last thing I ever want to see is a disagreement. for the masses. Oh, y'all can't hear?
We can. I don't think it's so much a disagreement, Miss Ward. It's no malice or anything. It's just talking. It's just this is stuff that
Okay,
this is stuff as African American men we gotta have integrity amongst each other.
that's true.
And we can't.
But as
Yeah,
well as can everybody hear me? Because somebody just texted me and told me they couldn't hear me.
I
It
can hear
was a
you. You
little bit
got
of
an
a delay,
echo.
but I can hear you good now.
All right, hold on one second. Let me disconnect. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I hear you
lot
way
better.
better now.
Okay, all right, yeah, because I done had the H key, the Harman Kardon, because you look at what Miss Ward is doing. You see this right here? I'm up
Uh
here testing this board because I sent it to, I'm going to say the name because I don't care. I sent the board somewhere and they sent it back to me and it wasn't repaired, so now I got to repair it myself. This is what Miss
huh.
Ward did, all right? And this is a $700 situation, so I got to get my paper. So, the biggest thing I just want to say, there's a couple of things. Like I have my little mentorship that I started, just with a certain group of people. And my whole point about doing that is that I'm going to different levels. And it's important to me that I lead people who are well-rounded, who can help other people, when I give them the game that I have, you feel me? And I was very selective in that group because I knew that I didn't have the time or the resources to spend, but I gave them enough to get out here and blow it up. So all my mentees are doing really, really well. And I'm blessed with that. But see, part of the issue is that a lot of these conversations have to be had, I'm going to be honest with you, in closed rooms because people of color are passionate. And a lot of times it can be misconstrued. Like, for instance, I'm having an extremely articulate conversation, but anybody knows me, I can code switch in a minute. You feel me? And I'm okay with that. I've always been able to do that through my corporate life and things of that nature. So when I see, the whole point is we all know that everything started with Mike. I always give my props to Mike day one. You follow me? And I'm gonna be very honest. It's not like I felt like I've been welcomed in many settings in the appliance industry, but me being a woman of color in a non-traditional field for the last 30 years, that doesn't bother me. I'm accustomed to walking into spaces that weren't made for me, but then making them my own and leaving my mark. And that comes from the shoulders that I stand on. I'm very clear about that. But I think that moving forward, I feel that everybody has so many gifts to bring to the table that we have to find a way behind the scenes to mine our gifts and bond because we have disagreements. But what we don't understand is a lot of times when we have we can agree to disagree and all that, people love to say it, but they really don't know what that's about. You feel me? The reality is we have to learn how to take all our strengths and make it work for everybody. Because the bottom line is this industry is changing. The cat has been out the bag. I talk to my mentees all the time about Nana Academy and all these other things that are going on. And the whole game, the way that game is changing and why these things are taking place. Because there are people who are in bed together, these major companies, and they're building things to make sure that their future is right. They're homegrowing their techs. They're doing it in such a way where they all realize that appliance repair is part of the gig economy. So this is why you have the Pro Connects. This is why you have the Nanas. That's why you have all these other little companies doing their own little thing, and everybody think they got a system. At the end of the day, I teach my mentees to stay ahead of the curve. I was just speaking to one. I'm gonna just call him Double A because he's so undercover, he kills me. But we were talking about Google Nest last night, and we were talking about how he has a connection at Google Nest very high up, and we were talking about connected devices and how do we as a people get prepared to dominate in that area, not just as technicians, but designers and developers and things of that nature. Those are the caliber of conversations I have with my mentees, because every time I talk to them, I'm like, yeah, appliance repair is your start, but I need you to spread your wings and be ready for the future. And you don't need to be, when everybody else get there, you already need to be there. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at these guys with these companies, a lot of these companies, we were talking about a company by the name of Brilliant that offers certifications online to work for their company. And what they are is they're like a smart home hub. And you go on their site, you take the little test, and they qualify you, and you can install their product in your area. Like this is the kind of information I'm about spreading, because I'm very clear what's happening in appliance repair. You follow me? And I'm very clear that we as a people we are the original. So we need to be ahead of the game, and we need to be where the technology is. We need to be at the forefront, and we need to be taking our seat at the table. Like people point blank asked me why I was not at ASTI. Well, I went to ASTI in 2019, where I met my twin brothers, Slick and Darian, and we are the three that have done really well. But we
Mm-hmm.
had a bond at ASTI. Now they asked me why I wasn't this year. Well, I wasn't there this year because I don't have to beg for a seat at the table. I got what I needed. I'm not knocking ASTI. I feel everybody should go and represent, and you need to get what you need. But be very clear that you should never have to beg for a seat at the table when you are you dominate. You just don't know you dominate. But I've learned, particularly in this process, you can't take everybody with you, and you're not going to be able to convince everybody. But what we do have to do is give Mike respect for what he put out here, because you got to realize Mike started and tweaked it as he went. He gave us enough to run with it, and then we brought what we had to the table and took it to the next level. Me, I'm at the point where I'm doing federal government contracts. I'm dealing with ice machine contracts, beverage. I'm Wawa, and I'm doing me right now. But at the same time, do you think I have those conversations in a public forum? Because I found out that people were taking advice and taking information from me, not giving credit, and trying to pimp me out. So you know what? I'm the ultimate pimp. You feel me? It's never going to happen. But at the end of the day, we have to be very clear to have our mind. We never need to get stuck in the muck and the mire. And this is why I only work on mainly high end and technical stuff like this, because I need to be paid for my expertise. Why would I be down here slumming with everybody else, in my personal opinion, grabbing these crumbs off the floor, when I'm up here working on Sub-Zero, Viking, and things of that nature, where I can get paid, and there's nobody here but me. I can name my own price. That's how we need to be thinking. Mike has opened the door and gave us the game. But what people don't understand, you hear some people can't get warranty work, X, Y, and Z. But has anybody ever looked at the algorithm of the warranty company? Like, there are people, like, you take Fix-It. I know he works with a lot of warranty companies. This is the gentleman. Isn't he the one? Who's the one? Him or BK that put the email list in the course? Fix-It, right? So this guy, I mean, that in itself is a course in itself, because the name of the game is that, like, I was just talking to someone about Old Republican monitoring. Like, everybody can't be hitting them with $1,500 and $1,700. Like, right now, my limit has jumped to $2,500 authorization with Old Republic. But that is a process that I work, because I understand the algorithm and their systems. And I stress the fact that I work on high end, therefore I need an extended limit. I've had 1,500 from the beginning was my limit. And so then, because I've worked on certain appliances, I provided the parts, so I've groomed that relationship. But the whole point is that everybody can do the same thing. The problem is that as people of color, we don't value the information that people look like us give us, which is so right what Mike is saying, which is why my prices and my consultation is the way it is. These people paid my consultation, they still getting game from me and haven't had to pay me again. But at the end of the day, that was a relationship I started with them, because I wanted to pour into them, because I knew I was leaving this space. And I wanted to be able to take people from my round table, make sure they eat, and say, okay, go see Nicole and Evan for this. Go see Jonas for this. Go see Wendell for that. Go see Kirk for that. You know what I mean? Go see Mr. Hayward for that. Go see Pablo for this. I got people all over. I mean, my game is so tight with my mentees. I got mentees that not only are running their own businesses, but some are working with Best Buy in their service department, so that they have hands-on information where they can share it with our group. They got access to Haws and all kind of stuff. They see these brand new appliances coming down. This is how my mind works. I believe in building a roundtable, and that is what we're supposed to be doing. We should have, if anybody saw the movie The Spook that sat by the door, I suggest you go look at it. The bottom line, we should have people in all places where we can reach out and help each other. But the problem is people got this crab in the bucket mentality. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot of people that don't like Miss Ward. And guess what? Miss Ward don't give a ding ding dang. You know why? Because Miss Ward, I tell guys all the time to get on my nerves that I am more woman than you will ever have and more man than you'll ever be. Just because they get on my damn nerves. Because the reality is, I shouldn't be the one having this conversation. There should be another man of color standing in here in my stead. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. So I'm only stepping in because it's the right thing to do, and I know that my words carry weight. But I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm not gonna say the name. Let's just say one of my other YouTube brothers came to me and said, "You know what, Miss Ward? People say you say X, Y, and this about me, but I know how you talk and I know how you get down." He said, "But what's so sad is that it's your own people."
Yeah.
And this is why my videos are not dropping like they used to, because at the end of the day, I made a decision. I'm going to pour into people that's going to pour into me. I believe in reciprocating relationships. And I'm not going to sit here and throw myself in front of the sword and throw my pearls in front of swine. And that just irritates me because I am passionate about my people, but my people ain't passionate about me. But I don't take it personal because I realize that I'm still forging a way for people that will appreciate it. And Mike, that's how you got to see it. At the end of the day, I appreciate you trying to change X, Y, and Z. But you know what? You taking that money, you opening all these businesses. You don't even have to have Appliance. You can just have a whole multicultural course. I mean, you know how Erica Williams get down. That's one of my mentors.
Yeah.
You know how many people come to her first and don't look nothing like her?
Yeah.
And give her respect. It's unfortunate, but it's a fact.
Yeah. I actually have been thinking about that. Just because, like I say, the problem. I don't have a. Let me clear that. I'm not upset about this. I wanted this to be a teachable moment. That the way you do it is the way you do it, Miss Ward, where you go and you give everybody their respect. So you give TML Brandon his respect. You give TK and all them respect because everybody's learning from each other. And I tell people the same thing. I tell everybody uh, go by everybody's course. Get as much knowledge as you can. Um, but the reciprocal was coming where uh, it was coming where everybody want to talk to me about how my course wasn't completed and it was lacking this and lacking that, and nobody never goes and judge anybody else's course. But they always come and promote other people's courses to me. I don't have a problem with that, but at the same time, don't put me down in the process. Just give them their homage and but you don't have to kick mine down in the process. That was the issue that I have with what I was having everywhere I went. I was having to defend, telling people why I was telling African American men to start their own business and don't go look for jobs. And I knew behind the scenes conversations I had with people and stuff, and why they were saying it, and because they wanted to protect something that was theirs, but I couldn't see why my people were telling that about me, and so it is kind of at the point kind of feel like with us we always got infiltrated. It seemed like this is not saying you getting infiltrated, Greg. I'm just talking about like with the Panthers and everything that we've done when we had something good going, it just got cut off because of greed. Greed cut us out. And when there's enough money for everybody, it's enough money for Greg to do his course. It's enough money for everybody to do their course. But we have to have integrity and be respectful in the manner that we do it. You can't try to kick me down to build yourself up. You have to if you were doing your thing, that's no problem. But don't say that I was wrong and this is the way. But you still teaching my thing just to I felt just to cut people off. But that's the thing. You have to have integrity. And a lot of alumni from Appliance Boot Camp they brought their business partners through Appliance Bootcamp. They could have easily taught it to themselves. I have to give a shout out to DCNF. He brought his business partner through here when he could have easily taught him himself. I have to special shout out to Juan and those guys out there. That whole department, Juan and Carl and Brian could have taught that whole department themselves. But they said, no, Sneed, you done right by me, and I appreciate you. I want them to come there to you so you can not. It ain't for me. It's like the bridge building. You ain't building the bridge. I'm not building. They're not building the bridge for me. I'm okay. They want to make sure that the next generation behind us have something. They say, I like what you're putting together.
Gotcha.
I want to keep pouring into that. I can't give you no more money, but I'm gonna send this guy down here to you and let him get the same thing. When he get back, I'll come to you. Go ahead, Greg.
Just like again, I think I'm walking in and I don't know everything going on, but I know I'll make sure to tell you this. Like I always knew who you were, and I always knew who Miss Ward was. You guys always talked up to me. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I thought I was just talking to Greg about this. I said, man, if he just made videos of just basic changing the thermostats out of the refrigerator and what's name recorded it one time, and threw that with the course and said, these are the basics. This is how you open a lid. This is the thermostat, the real basic stuff. Because I look at this more like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It doesn't teach you how to start a business. It teaches you how to think. It teaches you how to formulate the thought in your mind to reach for success, to see who you are. And when I listen to you do your lives, it's always, do you want to be an employee? This is what he's going to have in his life minus taxes. Or do you want to be in control? So that's when I started to figure out, I said, okay, he's more like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. He's giving you the philosophy of how to approach it, what you need to do, and the blueprint to walk into it. There's another part with the execution that I think people who aren't go-getters, they might not get it. But I kept saying to myself, I said, he has so many things that somebody could just record and he can just narrate through. Now, I saw some of yours, like the washers.
Have you looked at the course yet?
I didn't look at all of that, but I know I saw some of it. But I said, you know what? If it was 6 months and you just worked on a little bit of everything and just said, this is the course and you get this with your course, it probably eliminates all of that. This is the intro to dryers, intro to washers, and just having it. Again, this is what I was thinking. But for me, I got it because it was explained to me. This isn't going to teach you how to fix that control board. This is going to teach you how to structure a business so that you can get paid for fixing the control board. And what Greg helped me is he said, okay, now I'm going to show you how to find the information to fix the control board, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do when you get stuck. So he told me exactly what this was when I got into it.
Yeah, so in the course, do you see how I was breaking down how to actually diagnose the different components and all that?
I saw some stuff. I think what it is, like, for instance, a large part of what I end up doing is I go to Appliance Video real quick. They just got video. They do it one time. They do it one time, and you can watch some videos over and over. And I said, man, he's actually still going out there, got people going out there. He can get all the footage he wants, have someone chop it up for a little bit of money, and post it up and say, here's 15 videos. And they cover the basics of every little thing. I know I saw some. But you know how Appliance Video, they got the whole catalog.
Right. And the course, that's one of the things I tell you, that's part of doing your pregame. That's part of doing, Greg, I think you're getting some back feed. That's part of doing your pregame in Appliance Bootcamp. I tell you to go look at those courses because they're already out there. And that's part of doing your pregame, to go there and look at that stuff. So if you had, what sections of the course do you get? You look at the business parts. What section of the course do you look at?
Hey, Mike, what you got to keep in mind is, like, he's seen your YouTube videos, like the course. I talked to him through everything, you know. So, like, the videos he's seen of you is what you got on your YouTube channel.
Okay. He hasn't seen the actual course itself.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, if you had got the course, all that stuff that you're talking about, all that stuff is included.
Oh, then there should be no complaints. Then that's everything.
That's what I've been saying. It's all of that's in there. That's all I've been saying.
That's good then. That's it. Once you got then no one can say nothing because everything's in there. Here's your intro, but the meat of the whole plate is the business. Not go work for Sears and be a technician. That's not what I'm seeing you talking about. It's UB Sears, Sears technical department.
Correct.
And I took that and ran with it. That's what I did.
Yeah, and that's what I'm selling. I'm not selling how to repair appliances because anybody you can go to, like you just said, you can go to appliance video and know how to repair appliances. It's the business section of how to actually start your business, get your business.
Yeah, appliance video don't show you that. They don't show you that.
No, nobody's gonna show you that.
Pay a fee to see them special machines too. Them new ones, the new tags, you gotta pay to join their service to see that one.
Yeah.
I know what they're doing.
Yeah, but you got the legit. You know how now to research and go find the information you need.
So all day.
Yeah, so now nobody can't hide nothing from you. So now nobody can't hide nothing from you. You can fix it yourself. You don't need nobody else in between you and that person.
No, it's just problem solved appliance repair. We get the job done.
There you go, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's it. So how about with the business? Are you doing the 5 banking accounts?
Okay. By the way, I watched that video twice, man. That video's dope. All right. The video's dope. But when I tried to structure the 5 business accounts, they was fronting on me at the bank. But that's when my account was little. When my account was like $25 and they was looking at me funny. But once you start getting them 5 figures up in there, they'd be like, oh. I just gotta talk to them again and get the other account. I got the Wells Fargo and they wanted to know why I wanted all these accounts. And I had a difficult time trying to explain it. They were like, well, why can't you just use your one business account? You need a credit card or something? I said, no, I need 5 accounts. So I said, I'm just gonna go to the credit unions and I'll just separate it out that way. But it doesn't fit with how you said, because it all broke down in the percentages so that you can see these percentages, because you be traveling with your family.
Matter of fact, I can't tell nobody. My wife told me I better not tell anybody. But yeah, we got a couple of nice trips coming up in pretty soon. So
that's the 10%. The 10% is the travel, right?
Yeah. So you with the course, I go more in detail because that's what the course really do. You find out repairing the appliance is going to be the easy part, but when you get into the business part, that's what I really go in on. Yeah. So on the business part, that's why I teach you how you can actually allocate your funds when you have a 5 banking account, and then you can take the money and do like I do, take the money to cash flow from your appliance repair, and you can go pay cash for these houses, start other businesses. And the other thing you get
cash for these houses. What you say?
Yeah, you pay cash. I go out and I buy buildings. So the building you see here with Appliance Boot Camp, the building that you see where I got the ice cream parlor, the 2 buildings I just purchased again downtown, and all my houses. I pay cash with it from the appliance repair. So appliance repair is not here for us just to appliance repair is for us to get enough cash flow. So we
Wait, I'm gonna be paying cash for houses? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey man, don't do that, man. You already knew this stuff, man. Like, man, I told you about that.
Finance life. I'm still
right, but yeah.
We talking about buying it in cash, and I'm the bank. I just like the way it sounds.
Yeah, you buying it in cash, and everything I do. Not only that, you would have if you had bought the Appliance Boot Camp. Not only that, you would have got the garage door business. I don't know. You show them the garage door business, Greg?
He already doing garage doors.
Okay, you got the garage door. You would have got. I guess you do drive-in cleaning already. You do the.
Actually, I don't do garage doors, but I have to tell you on the side how that worked out. The company asked me if I could do it. Yeah, I could do it, and I figured it out. I'll tell you about it. But what's the last thing you just mentioned? The dry event. I got 2 of them tomorrow.
You get the blender. Not only that, but I own an ice cream parlor. So on the 15th, you'll get how to start an ice cream parlor. So I want you to go out, pay cash for these buildings in our community, in the Black community. Go pay cash for these commercial buildings, and then put businesses in them, not only for you, but for your kids and grandkids. So, so you get the ice cream parlor business, and you get the kettle corn business.
Yeah, I'm looking at some strip malls, but I was still thinking about financing. It's a different level of thinking as a when you reach different levels, you talk about things different and think of things different. You know, like when you talk about taxes, I forgot somebody said taxes is what poor people talk about.
Yeah, I think somebody did say that. But yeah, so I think Greg is helping you. You helping him with the taxes, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But you know, that's really I just told him like you told us like to get a CPA, and you know he already had one.
You got the book. You got the tax book.
Yeah, he got it, but
Yeah.
I don't like he said I gave him so much information that he probably don't remember. You remember when I showed you that book to get with all the tax deductions off Amazon?
Man, I was overwhelmed. I was too new, and you sent me so much stuff. I didn't know what any of it meant. I didn't even know how to open a dryer when you sent it to me.
You have a way to go back and look at the videos now? Or
I do. He sent me everything. I got 2 or 3 days worth of stuff to look through as much as he sent me.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
But see, Greg, what you got to get and understand, you know how you had said like if you would have seen like the components one time, that'd be enough. It's kind of easy to say that, but you know, like when you was first getting jobs, we'll go over it over the phone on like what you got to do, and I'll tell you like, hey, get your meter, look up how to test this, and get the reading and stuff. See, like a lot of times when you don't have that, it's one thing to see it, but then when somebody else show it to you, that's something like totally different. Because like you said in the beginning, a lot of this stuff don't make sense to you because it's like it's a different language.
Right. That's why I told you to talk to me like because you kept talking to me with these terms, multimeter and stuff. I didn't know what any of that stuff meant. But you took your time with me and said, look, you put some money out to me, so I'm gonna get you your money's worth. I'm gonna walk with you until you get the hang of it. And you walk with me the whole end of the year. And now I'm out here. You know what I'm doing. You know what these checks are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that comes if you had got the appliance boot camp, that comes here too. So if you were to call, I give you a Zoom link. So if you're out in the field, I give you a Zoom link, and from your cell phone, I can look inside of whatever you're working on, and you can look at me, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do.
Oh man, holy cow!
So you get all of that. So that's the way we so it's the same blueprint.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I got a question, Greg. So do you now go back and say that Appliance Bootcamp is complete?
Mike, you twisting it. And then I kind of feel funny about this because I talked to you Friday, like one-on-one, but it's something totally different now. Only thing I was saying it's really not me, Mike. Like a lot of people will be inboxing me like, man, I'm not really getting these jobs on the warranty companies. So like after hearing that so much, like I told you, I was just really voicing it for everybody else.
Why didn't you just tell them call Mike?
I don't know, man. Hey, they took the course just like me. They should know to call you if they need help. But like a lot of times they get stuff misconstrued because there have been times where you be like, there's so many people in the group who out here doing it that y'all can be able to help one another. And I just said like maybe they don't want to inconvenience. I don't know why they do. I shouldn't have to tell them. They grown. You should have to tell a grown man nothing.
True. But that same thing like your friend, Mr. Gregory. And when you first going out there, a lot of times, just like in school, when you're talking to the teacher, sometimes people feel like they can talk to their peers a little better than they think with the teacher and stuff. But yeah, I'm not saying you all get together. I was talking about the same way like Miss Ward, DCNF Slick. She said they got together and they formed their bond. Just about everybody has formed little bonds. Just like people form bonds and stuff. And that's what I was talking about. Just forming you a bond with some of your peers, and you all can kind of talk amongst each other, keep each other encouraged. But if you definitely run into something. This for anybody out there. You definitely run into something that you're not able to do. And you paid for the course, just hit me up. And also, if you just want to talk to me and ask more about the course, you can call me on Wednesday, 919-373-5526 from 1 to 4, anytime you get ready. Go ahead, Mr. Greg.
Hey, I'm just happy you're here, man. I'm happy that you're here.
I'm glad you're here too, man. Like I said, I'm very, very proud of you, man. And like I say, no hard feelings to you, and no hard feelings to you either, Greg. But this is just something I needed to. I just wanted to talk about. Like I say, uh, strictly because other places we have to defend our course so much that I wanted other people to know that our course is complete. And when somebody else can take the stuff, and that's the way it's supposed to be. We always say that. And, since I was in about the third grade, I said people riding around, walking around with shirts on. Each one teach one, and I definitely believe that. Each one teach one, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be able to take to show Greg and show him how to do it. Then Greg goes over to his area and he shows his stuff and shows how to do it. And keep going. That's the way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to release disciples to go out, but at the same time, you don't go back and then and say, "Oh, well, the course is not complete," and you need his course, but you also need somebody else's course. And do you take do you take anybody else's course?
Now hold on. Let me tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I got from talking to all these appliance techs and all these tech nerds and stuff like that, one thing I got real good, everybody keeps saying that appliantology. Even people been doing this 25 years, say that appliance, they say spend that money, it's the best money you spend. They get so technical. So I said, now that I've gotten where I can do a lot of stuff pretty good, I still got to learn how to read them schematics. I still got to learn.
How do you get your schematics and how do you get your service manuals now?
Man, I'm joining some Facebook groups, Greg, and go online, go to Samsung, go to these people and ask for a little PDF handout, something like that. But in the Facebook groups, you go in there. Oh, I'm in the TMM Voxer group too. They'll a whole bunch of tech guys. They'll throw some stuff at you. I just made a bunch of other tech friends along the way, business owners.
You don't applianceology. You can get your service manuals there.
Okay.
But you haven't taken a course from applianceology.
No, I was also thinking about going to school. I said maybe I'll fly out somewhere and go to school for like a month or two or something like that, whatever it is, to get my certification or something like that, just to kind of know the ins and outs. But to be honest, this hands-on training it changed your mind because you want to get paid. So you start figuring stuff out. You get real smart real quick trying to figure that stuff out. But there's still little things that
you want to take some time out you got to take some time out to learn because the technology is constantly going.
Man, I worked on that Samsung refrigerator with the TV in it, and I still got to figure out why this ice maker not coming on.
Yeah. Now, have you bought any courses from TML?
I didn't buy courses. I think I joined the thing and I paid a monthly fee. But I'm so busy, I don't get a chance to really look at it. That's the problem I run into. I'm so busy studying for I got a pregame for the stuff the next day. I don't get a chance to really sit down and get my studying on because I'm busy pregaming because the work came in and it never stopped. The phone never stopped ringing.
Okay. You pay a monthly fee for that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And Greg told you to buy that one to get the vaccine.
No, what he told me is a bunch of different courses. He said, hey, you do this stuff as you want to do and stuff, but these are some cool courses to look into. He needed to learn. And so I think he jumped into a couple of them, but he was telling me I didn't have the money to do it. I was trying to start a business. So I had to kind of wait down the line a little bit. And now everything's going real good. Now I can do other things just to expand my knowledge base. Because like I said, that Samsung refrigerator with the TV, I'm like, I don't know how to reprogram this thing here, but I know there are courses. So there's knowing stuff. So he'll take the online course through this company to see what this new device do and stuff like that. I'm busy still trying to learn how to take that blower wheel off, or how to take the rotor off the thing, or how to get the stator off and use the air shims and all that stuff. I'm still new. I'm not even a year in. I'm just making money.
That's the amazing part. You only a year in. You already quit your job. About how much you doing per week?
I can't say that, man.
Are you over? Are you close to six figures?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
It sounds crazy about people. No one believes this if you explain it to them. I don't know what
I
you
know.
think of people. No one believes me when I try to explain it to them. They think I'm out here fixing toasters. I'm like, dude, whatever money you think you're making, I'm telling you, you need to figure this out. And I started realizing until someone come to me, I can't go out because it sounds crazy. People just assume, well, if it was that great, how come I don't know about it? And I think, or maybe because it's coming from me, they figure I must be lying and someone else need to tell them. I don't know what it is. But I had someone tell me, he told me that he went through you. He said, you in this vein right here. And if you follow these instructions, I promise what you gave me, you'll get it back in a week or two. I got that money back in a week. Put $25 in the business account, open that thing up at Wells Fargo. It ain't $25 no more. Man, look, I get these now. What you do with that money you bring home and these checks? I leave them in the car. I get them in my pocket. All kinds of stuff is crazy. Come on, like I can't explain that to people and make it make sense. They think I'm lying.
All right, and Mike, this is another thing about it too. Like you was asking about other courses. What I pretty much told him was, hey, look, man, I done invested all the money. I done bought all these courses. So everything I learned from every course, I give it to him. So it's like a shortcut for him because he don't have to go out and do it. So that's why he's where he's at now, because like it hasn't even been a year yet.
Yeah.
It's been 7 months.
I don't think nobody's been doing it 2 years. You know, we ain't been out here more than 2 years.
We all knew. All right,
everybody's new. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, but I told him that.
Probably, how long you been doing it, Greg? 2 years.
In November, but I told him like, ain't no, it's new because you just started like doing it like 2018, 2019.
Yeah, that's the thing right there. Yeah, it's new. Because what you got is I've done it for 20 years, and I wrote out the blueprint to do it for 20 years. I came here 2 years ago, and I told people I can teach them how to start a business within a weekend. They told me, you lying. You can't teach somebody to start a business in a weekend. I've done it. I put people, I showed people how to start a business in a weekend. I told people I can show you how to make $100,000. All the stuff that you're getting, I told people you could do it. I could show them how to do it. I've done it, and I had to fight and claw the whole time defending the actual course. And that's the only thing that really got me. I have to fight and defend the course against people. I have not seen not one other person in any course how people come up and say what you just said, and you're not by yourself. What you're talking about is what you call it is across the board from the results, because what I put out, I know the results. But nobody else asked any other course creators, can we see somebody? Can we? Nobody asked other course creators, where are the results, the fruits of your labor? You don't see it, but we got hundreds of them. Right now, we got thousands of people who have came through. They got the same results that you have, and here it is, an African American man who has done this and put it together, and I'll be honest, it does hurt when you see somebody else questioning the quality of what you put out there, and you know it worked, and I know it worked, so I didn't argue the fact. When they say, "Oh, you need to tell people don't start a business, go get a job," I knew that was BS. I knew it was BS, and the stuff about the technical stuff. I knew the technical stuff. I knew there wasn't no need to put all that stuff out there, technical and all that, because all that stuff, they don't need to reinvent the wheel. I knew all the stuff worked, but I just hate that as brothers that we just can't get behind each other and say, push him and say, he has it, let him go do it, instead of, I'm going to pull him down and I'm going to actually cut off the people coming up the block. Hold on a second. Hey, how you doing, Pike Appliance Repair?
Yo, Uncle Mike, because we don't read. How y'all doing?
Hey, what's going on because we don't read?
I'm doing well. Big Appliance Repair is doing well today.
Huh?
I don't know if I came in late, but I heard some things. I'm trying to put some things together in my mind, sir.
Mhm.
Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong now, but I heard somebody say something about your program though. It ain't complete or I don't know. It's something killing me. I just had another $600 day today, and I'm trying to figure out what these people are talking about and why they're even talking in the first place. I heard somebody say, "Well, I learned something from somebody else," but it was really your program. It reminded me of a story. It was a movie I watched with one of my favorite actors, man, Denzel Washington. Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I heard. I just came in late. Y'all had to, customer needed me to drop some stoves off for him. You know what I'm saying? And bought my son some clothes, and I made that money. It didn't even hurt. It was wonderful because what your program taught. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, then I heard somebody say he charged them to ride alone. When I done 3-4 brothers here in Atlanta for free. But that's not what we talking about. Something about because it shouldn't charge you nothing to help your brother. Like y'all saying, one help another, something lame like that a lot of people don't like to operate in. But okay, so he said he learned from a brother program that was really your program. So it was a movie with a hustler in New York, and Denzel Washington lead character. And this other dude, good in Junior, Uncle Mike, he came and took that he had gave. Because the dope came from Uncle Mike. See, let me
Yeah, I was going to do that, but I know that's talking about that's that blue magic.
right. So I jump on the car and I hear Lane talking about, oh well, this program ain't program. Somebody else taught me the program, and the program was the same program you get. So I'm like, okay, this sounds like a blue magic problem here.
It is.
First of all, you don't have 20 years experience. Not you know your teacher. Neither one of you was on YouTube telling black men you ain't got to sell no drugs, you ain't got to do none of that, and you can provide a service and take care of their family. None of you was none of that. You know what? I just personally love you, Uncle Mike, right? So I got a problem when anybody say something crazy about Uncle Mike when you bless so many families.
Now let
So,
me say this, Mr. McClendon, he's not having anything. He's totally innocent in this. He bought the program. Now, same thing with Greg. Uh, only issue I had with Greg, if that's his board, I wish he would have gave it to his board. If that's his board, I wish he hadn't charged it. But the only thing that I have with Greg was the fact that when he came back and was questioning how legit our program was compared to other people's programs. Where he was telling, oh, you need appliance boot camp, but you need these other programs to go with it. And now I'm finding out that he sold him all those other programs, but he didn't sell appliance boot camp on to him.
oh, okay, yeah. That's some hating sweat. Oh, That's what.
So those other programs he sold his man on those, but he didn't sell them to appliance boot camp program. So
Right.
he took them over to the other platform and broke bread over there. They didn't come break bread where he got it from.
Well, Mike, when did I do that? Because you might be wrong.
He say he's on the back, so he's paying a monthly fee. The back,
Yeah, TMM got a channel.
mm-hmm.
And
So I'm trying to make.
That's fine. But you never told him to come over to Appliance Boot Camp
No, I didn't need to.
Okay.
but why not?
You see, what you gotta understand is like this business. Like, if somebody sell you something, whatever you do with it, you can do whatever.
Hey, Greg, maybe that's the problem.
You can't.
I didn't think it was business with us. I thought I was doing it with. I've done business. With me, it wasn't business. It's me looking at our people where we at right now. And I said, this is the last push we got. If we don't make this push now, we ain't gonna get out this damn thing. We done.
Yeah.
And they're gonna lock the lid on it. And with that, I wanted to get a good product out and charge a reasonable rate so that I can so I can actually go and do what I'm doing. Start buying some of these buildings before they take all of them, so we can start creating more industry. And I can figure it out and come back and teach you. I didn't want us to do it and then go hustle my man. Hustle you. If that's your man, you put him on. At that point in time, it's one thing when you need the money, but you didn't need the money. Then you making the money. So then you go break bread with your brother.
So what we charging for? So if
He charged him six. He charged him six.
okay, that's fugazi number one. But okay, my issue again. I don't
How's
want
it
to sound.
flugazi? So you saying what you saying is anybody who's selling something is flugazi?
No, that ain't. No, I ain't. No.
I'm saying
No, that's exactly what y'all saying, man. Y'all can't twist me.
You take my information verbatim. You take my information verbatim and go sell it to him.
It was more than your information. That's why I told him. I said, man,
I don't. I cannot
man,
go buy
ain't
a
nobody
Ford.
talking to you, bruh. I'm talking to Mike, man.
I can't go buy a Ford. Put on the back of it a tailpipe that nobody else made.
People doing it already, whether you know it or not.
And they call it Ferrara and sell it, bro. That's called copyright infringement for real. And you stealing it for real from a man who blessing thousands of people. When all you have to do is
this how America works, bro. If somebody buys something, they can do whatever because y'all ain't saying nothing about the other guys who came in their first course, who they building a school and getting to doing it. I ain't doing it. He was somebody I knew, and I told him, hey, man, I got to play on some money. If you want to get with it, I give you the game. It ain't like I grew up with him from a childhood, but I had already knew him.
But you couldn't just send to Uncle Mike and say, bro.
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that because I ain't want to do it. It's that simple. I ain't want to do it. Okay.
Because a dog will steal.
They ain't stealing. I pay. How's it stealing if I paid for it?
Okay,
you tripping.
It's real easy. This how you stole. Because if somebody creates a product, bro, that ain't nowhere on the market, you can't go, even your job make you sign a certain piece of paperwork that say, hey, you can't do a non-compete, bro. You can't come take this business that's working for hundreds of people and say, you know what I'm gonna do, or thousands really. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the exact blueprint, add 3 more chapters, and call it my own. It's okay if you do that. I'm not even mad at you. But you got to come back to where your teacher is. You got to say, my teacher taught me this. My teacher.
I did. See, now he twisting the story. Okay, he said he ain't mad at me, but just a few minutes ago he was. Hey, Greg, haven't you knew about Mike from day one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, day one.
Yeah.
Okay, then. And then you guys, anybody else in the group, whenever I'm somewhere else, I represent ABC. So y'all trying to twist it because the only thing I said was, and this go off the inboxes I got because we don't read. A lot of guys used to inbox me saying that they wasn't really getting work from warranty companies. They was under the impression that they was gonna get 2. They was under the impression they was gonna get 1 or 2 calls. So all I was saying was a lot of people, depending on where you stay, you might not get that work from the warranty company. That's the only thing I said. And now it's like, I don't know if you talk to somebody else and they done gassed them up or what.
No, here go, Greg. The thing, I said, okay. On the majority of the time, if you sign up with a third-party warranty company, starting off, you get 1 or 2 calls per day. And you said, no, it don't work like that for everybody. It didn't work for me. And I said, well, why you didn't call me? I didn't have time. I had to go make my money. It don't work that way. A lot of people call me and say they're not getting it. I said, well, why you didn't tell them to call me? I had to go deeper into the business and see why they're not getting it. Well, I don't know why they didn't call you. So then you said, well, I got a guy that I trained. And I said, you said, I would like for him to come on and tell his story. I said, okay, fine. So he comes on and he starts telling the story. It's verbatim exactly what I said. It happened for him. He got 1 or 2 service calls from a third-party warranty company, everything. It wasn't nothing where you told him, don't go to the third-party warranty company. You also said that you think that you would have made $100,000 faster if you would have had worked for somebody. No,
I said if I would have had like a mentor, like what I gave him. That's what I said. Like you. That's where you twisting my words up, but I get it. It's cool. I'll take the bad guy role on this.
I ain't no bad guy. This right here is just us talking as men. This is this is how we have to do. There's enough money out here for everybody, man. But at the same time, you don't have to destroy us. You don't have to destroy us and put us down.
Show me where I put y'all down at. If you go look anywhere else, I'm always representing ABC.
Yeah,
I can tell you how. I can tell you how, big dog. Now, first of all, let me clear the air. Because, see, we having a private conversation in front of the public, and the public forever think that black folk need to argue and fight about something. You're a liar if that's what you think. We are ironing out a conversation between family. That's what we're doing. Okay? That's number one. Number two, if a family member, if your uncle might come drop you some jewels, and you go put it together, and you create your own thing, and you help out a little places, it was some places in the course that it was difficult for me to understand schematics. I had to go over it again. I called Uncle Mike, and he gave me further instruction as the instructions of the blueprint tells me. So yes, you're right. Some brothers should pay a little more attention, but some brothers like okay, he needed me to walk with him. He needed a hand, which was also promoted by Uncle Mike to get with the people in your area to help you. So I'm
glad you said that, because I just said that. So you saying everything I'm saying, but you trying to go against me. But I said all this before you came on.
Okay, right. No,
but he ain't saying nothing to you about that.
Regardless, it still come to, big dog. It still come to the fact of you ain't have it until you got it from the source. You ain't have it. You ain't have it until you got it from the source.
Okay, but that's life in general. How do you think anything gets started? If somebody made a hamburger and somebody go off, just like Pizza Hut and Papa John, they go out and start another one. So kill all that. I'm not no dummy. I've been out here. You can't do it. You can't beat me.
Burger King can't make a Big Mac.
Hey, just like with another guy, of course. They were saying that he stole from Master Samurai, but he said he never seen his course. They just similar. I mean, how much different can a Appliance repair course get?
Well, it's really different. It's really different because I done got Samurai and it don't train like.
Okay, see, okay. So you done went out and bought another course, but he ain't on you about it. A lot of people went out and bought other courses, but it's only me.
No. Once again. I care less. I tell people to go out and buy other courses, and I tell people to get together. I tell people to get together with peers so they can form a friendship and a bond, so they can always encourage each other. I'm not saying it's wrong. But the thing that I say is wrong is when you come back and you constantly were saying that my course, you had to have this course to go along with it, because mine won't complete. But you never look at those people courses and say you need to have a Appliance boot camp course because their courses are not complete.
Hey, I told people that. Ask TK Cousins when he asked me. I told her, I said, man, my course, like, you're gonna need that if you want to understand business.
Exactly. So the rest of them teaching you to be a tech. Uncle Mike teaching you to be a boss, which is different from their courses.
Right. That's what I told Mike on the phone.
Right.
He asked me about it. I said, the other people, they telling you to go get a job. And that's what I see. See, because we don't read, he's saying everything I already said, but he's trying to use it against me. But I said the exact same thing because we don't read it saying the exact same thing.
Right. But I'm saying, you don't go to the other people's platform and tell them they need to come have my course to go along with theirs.
I tell you, Uncle Mike, you know what? It's just a misunderstanding. Bro saying
that's really all it is.
He's all on board with your information. And if it has ever come out in any other place that he's not all on board with your information, he didn't mean that, and that's not what we talking about. So let's just clear the air. That's not what bro mean. That's why I hope that's what you're saying. I hope you're not taking the blue magic and cut it and calling it your dope. That's probably not what you're doing. So
man, I just told you that. See, like now you talking senseless chatter because I already answered that. I just said, Greg, then you know about Mike from day one. He said, yeah. So now you're on here, you do it. You can't beat me. You can't do it.
It's not about that, Greg.
Yes, he is, because he's saying the same thing I'm trying to say, but use it against me. Like, people are already seeing what's going on right now.
Bro, okay, what instruction to be done? What instruction to be done? We learn from Uncle Mike, and we learn from TMM, and we learn because we want to be great at this position, because nobody made them doggone refrigerators but us on the cool for real, and most of them appliances in there. So this to be our skill and trade anyway, and we are learning from multiple men that are helping us be great, and we thank you. If you ain't saying what you saying, then I love you anyway, bro. But as soon as I talking about some stuff, I was confused. So thank you for your
real
point.
quick,
Man, we appreciate
real
you,
quick.
welcome, Mike, because I'm still hitting the check, and tomorrow I'm hitting it again because of the question that you laid out, not no question nobody else laid out.
Real quick. I don't want us to lose. Cause see, I heard what Miss Ward said. I don't know if y'all all heard that. I was listening to her. Here's the thing: we're men. All three of us are eating off Mike Sneed right now. We eating very, very well. He just said he ate steak and came home with some money and ain't really do nothing. I did it yesterday, today, tomorrow. I'm loaded. I already know what Greg doing. So we all eating and we all got gratitude and respect toward Mike Sneed. Now, I understand what Mike Sneed's saying. He's saying, hey, this is a teachable moment to kind of put this elephant in the room. Let's get it out there in the air and let's discuss it. One thing I'll say is, you know who your people are. You know where we come from. You know we came through this system, and you know this is even when I look at this Kwame Brown. He trying to get sneakers, and everybody arguing with him, trying to find something wrong with what he's doing. He just trying to get trades and coding into schools, and people giving him grief for that. It's just part of what we have as a culture. But what I want to do is redirect this energy, because I know right now he told me he's buying buildings in cash. I'm looking at buildings to finance. I wasn't looking big enough. And the whole reason I can do that is because of this fucking course. Sorry about that. This course got me to where I'm in control of my shit. I control my life. I control them thousands as they come in my pockets every day. So I ain't got no problem with nothing. I know what I come through. I think there is some type of miscommunication and misunderstanding, but I don't want people to look at this and think that Mike going back and forth, because it really ain't. It's what Mike Sneed said. He using this as a coaching opportunity, a teaching opportunity for us all to kind of learn. There are do's and don'ts. There's codes, and there's a certain respect that are laid out that we all need to fall in line with. Because I'm gonna tell you something else. Them other people out there that look different, they don't do all of this. They share that wealth and go get that money and chop up that pie. And we be sitting on the outside squabbling, looking crazy. Until Mike came along and passed it to the family, to the folks, I ain't seen nothing like this where folks can just jump out the door and make $100 grand with your eyes closed. All you gotta do is get up and do something.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna say in love that we love you. And I love you, brother. I don't know you, but I love you. But we're gonna always give honor where the honor is due. And that's all I heard. Because I know this man changed my life from doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, trying to make one thing work with another thing. And then a wolf got pushed away from a door. I don't see wolves. It ain't but puppies and doggone ice cream sandwiches now around me. So I just want to give the honor what honor is due. And if that honor is not being given, it's a problem with me. That's all I'm saying. So I'm here to tell you I love you. And we're in front of our family and in front of the world today to tell you that it may get hot in these kitchens, but these are the same men that won every war America's ever fought in. So it might get hot, but we're going to get to a point where love is being established and honor is being given to all those who have been honorable for helping each other get up.
Yeah, ain't nothing but love for everybody that's on this broadcast. There's no hard feelings at all. All of us brothers, all of us family, and all of us in part of the ABC family. So there's no hard feelings at all. It's no hard feelings at all about anything. Not about anything.
Yeah, hey, and because we don't really like you said, I don't know you either, but the thing is, you saying the same thing that I've been saying, even though it seems like you trying to point your finger at me, but me and you, we saying the exact same thing. And I just think maybe you came in at the wrong time, or either somebody told you something, but in order to get a full understanding, you have to go back and see how everything played out, because everything you said is what I said. And then, like, I always give Mike his props or honor. Like you said, that's not the case. So I don't know who fed you some information, or either you just came in at the wrong time, but everything you saying is what I said. Like Greg said, I told him about Mike and Miss Ward and several other people all the time, constantly, like every day, every week. So that ain't never been the situation. The only issue was like when people like would inbox me, they would just say they not getting the work from the warranty company. That's it. I never said Mike's course doesn't work. I'm just saying a lot of people thinking that they gonna have 2 jobs every day, they gonna make $500 every day, and it just might not be the case. Then a lot of people give up, and then I don't think they should give up because I think everybody should be able to do this. And he asked me like, why I don't tell them to call. I never thought about that. They asked me, so I don't be like, well, man, maybe you should call Mike, because I feel like if you bought the course and you grown and you invested your money, if it's that serious, you should call Mike. Because like you said, you called him when you ran into a problem, right? So I shouldn't have to tell them to do that. Like I just ain't never really just had it that bad, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to bother Mike because there's so many of us. So I try to figure stuff out on my own. So
going back to Mr. Greg, not you, Greg, but Mr. Gregory. When you started off, how many calls you get per day when you first started?
Man, I told you, nobody ain't not gonna believe it. It's not gonna make any sense.
They believe because most of the people went to the course, but just
off the rip, day one, I got all my stuff, got my insurance. I turned the phone on, and I probably got 20 calls the first day.
Right.
How long before you were making $500 a day?
What's that?
How long before you were making $500 a day?
I don't know. Day 4, day 5, day 5.
Right.
How much are you charging? How much are you charging per repair?
What's that?
How much are you charging per repair?
How much am I charging per repair?
Yeah.
So let me just say this real quick. When I'm talking amongst people that do this business, we're talking about completely different numbers. I come in with boss training. I didn't come in with the CS training. So we charge different things. But again, I don't want to say nothing too crazy. Let's just say whatever you say the parameters need to be is that. And I'm trying to work my way up to that steel system situation you did a video about.
There you go. So you in my guideline.
So all the numbers you talk about, those are real numbers, and I've surpassed those numbers.
But you haven't taken any other courses yet.
No.
Greg, you taking the other courses. What do the other courses tell you need to be charging?
Now the other courses, I just took course. I didn't take the business, but on one of the courses that I took that did have it out, they was like 125, 150. And like to address one of the guys in the comments, like true enough, like my course did have stuff on refrigerators, but I was still struggling with it, so I had to go get another one. And like as you can see, if you look around, a lot of people had struggled with refrigerators. So some people go out and get extra help, because I see one guy saying I got it from another course. Man, I'm just doing what I got to do to make sure I'm able to eat and make my money. Refrigerators is something everybody, like a lot of people have issues with. So there's
nothing wrong with going to buy another person. There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that. You need to get as much knowledge as where you can. But I was just saying that the other courses, do they give you a business section in the other courses?
No.
One of them did, but like when I was buying the other courses, I was just buying it to learn the technical side, because like I said, I don't need the business course with yours. Like I said over and over again, like I don't need anything with the business, but like learning how to fix stuff, I do. Like I told y'all, I'm still buying courses now because I'm trying to, get better and better.
Hey, I got a quick point I want to make to you, because Mike Sneed, you did this one time. I thought it was hilarious. You got a backlash explaining about the seal system work. You do 2 or 3 jobs, you keep it moving, right? And you can't do that. How you charge that and get that for that seal system? He said, look, let me break it down for you. This is how you do it. Yes, you're charging these companies for this, even though you still have a little bit left over. You still need, and you had to break it down. I run into that right there part, like trying to break down, because no one could understand how you were getting $850 on a seal system job. I didn't understand it until you broke down the math on the whiteboard, and I was like, oh, okay, I see. But other people were giving you flack about that. And I remember you made an answer video to try to speak to that, to explain why everyone was losing their mind, saying you can't make that much on seal system. I make $300 on that. And you're like, well, I don't. This is what I make. I'm on the Mike Sneed program. If that makes sense. I'm on that program.
Yeah, and all of and that was the thing. The people who was questioning that, they hadn't taken the course. So if they had
Right.
taken the course, they were seeing how we broke that down.
That's what
So,
Mike's talking about. You come in teaching that business. Everybody else got that employee mentality. They not. I bet you them Italian guys don't think like that. I bet you them other folks don't think like that. That's the difference. And I let my mind go to that. I said, look, this is the opportunity. And unfortunately, I try to tell my people, they think I'm out here fixing toasters making $15. I'm like, are you okay? If you want to think that, but the truth of the matter is, we're supposed to be jumping into these trades because this is when we were on top back in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
We had all the skills. They took the skills away, and now we out here hoping to get a little handout and some goddamn crumbs. I don't want no crumbs. I want it on the table. I'm gonna build it.
There you go, and that's exactly what we're trying to build around here. Get us back into the skilled trades. And right now, appliance repair is the only skilled trade that the door is still open for. And I want to get as many brothers in here as possible. And now we're at the point where we can start bringing some of the younger brothers and sisters in and getting them in. So once again, I want to. It's getting late in the evening, so I gotta get ready to get out of here. 'Cause I got to be somewhere first thing in the morning. I want to thank everybody for watching. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Gregory McClendon. I'm very proud of you, brother, man, and of what you're doing. You get my number from Greg. You just get my number from Greg. Just reach out to me, man. I love to talk to you off the record. Same thing, you too, Greg, man. If you want to hit me up, just hit me up tomorrow. We can chop it up behind the scenes. And like I said, it's not me mad at anybody. It's just if somebody put it in the actual chat, like always, it's not personal. It's about the argument that somebody had, not nobody personal. It's all love for everybody. And this is something. It's not no argument we have. When somebody takes an argument, it's not no argument. This right here is just us getting things
having a family
growing a
discussion.
lot. Yeah, there it goes, growing and getting a lot. And if you don't get stuff, it's kind of like when you build a wall. You might be a half an inch off this place, but you get a mile, or you get 10, 15 feet or a mile down the road, you're 20, 30 feet off. So if we're gonna correct the wall, we need to correct it now. So we have some type of way that we go about going forward and handling each other.
Hey, real thing, Mr. Sneed, before you go, I want to make sure you say one more time about buying them buildings in cash. I just want to hear that because that inspired the hell out of me. What you say? You said what?
Yeah. Matter of fact, we need to get you. You need to we get you into the course. We get you into the course, and with that course, I show you how to actually take your money from those 5 bank accounts, take advantage of the fact, and you start another. You take the money at the end of the year. You're gonna have all this money built up in your 5 banking accounts. If you take,
you understand what this does, right? Like I know Mike now. I know what Mike doing. I know Mike know you. I know exactly what he's doing. And now he's part of the network.
Right.
But because the way you built this infrastructure, we can build a real network and put things together with real money and not just a building. We can buy a whole mall or whatever you want because we have the ability to go out and create that kind of money and do even bigger things through cooperation. So that's what I want to see from all this, some cooperation. I want some new business allies. I want to buy some property in Atlanta. What's going on? I want to buy something in North Carolina.
That's the thing that it's a lot bigger than that. At our last meeting that we had an annual meeting, we came together. Brothers came down here with $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in the pocket looking to buy buildings. The town would sell us, they wouldn't sell us no buildings at that time. But now, we're looking to make a big move with some stuff. But the town at that time, they weren't going to sell us no buildings, and the people around locked us out. Now, Mike Sneed got 2 more buildings, so now the buildings is not no problem. But now, when we go meet down at the Ashley's this time, we get together this time. Hey, I got I got 2 builders. Hey, what we want to do now? And now the builders is our problem. The stuff that we had talked about 2 years ago. Now we can get together and we can really start moving on some of that. So
Hey, Uncle Mike.
that's
Hey,
what
Uncle Mike.
uh-huh.
Uncle Mike, can I just make a quick statement as I go? You know, this ain't, try to say this perfectly here. Yeah, okay. Your blueprint lay out everything we just talked about. Your blueprint lay out the pricing. Your blueprint lay out what to do with warranty companies. Your blueprint lay it out and it laid it out plain. If anybody is having a problem with anything, you got to revert to your blueprint because your blueprint give you everything you need. It's good to hang with your fellow actual brother for what you may need, and hopefully he give you what you need. But your blueprint lay it out plain. If I didn't talk to nobody else, I can really win with your blueprint. So really, people who have signed up or may have signed up, may have quit, you got everything in your hands. Now you might need a helping hand to get you to where you need to get to. But the steps that you have created for us to step in is wealth and access and generational wealth. And we only talking about appliance repair. We ain't talking about the fact that I can go open up an ice cream shop with this extra $30,000-$40,000 that we stacking in account number 4 or account number 5. So what you've done is amazing. And I just want to tell you that, take this opportunity to tell you. And if you have an opportunity to spend $100 a month to get in here and learn what these men that are on this call is telling you, it's going to change your life. Irregardless of how you may have felt about what is being said, how it's being said, oh, these niggas just arguing again, that's cool, but we buying cars and buildings at the same time as well. And you should understand that this could bless your family. And so if there was any type of misconception or any type of thing that anyone may have, Uncle Mike's office is open on Wednesdays. He is attainable. He is touchable. He will answer your call while he's doing $1 million stuff. He do it all the time for me. He do it for me all the time. So I'm just here to tell you that you have what you need, and you just need to get back to what you need, and you'll be successful. If you tell me that the warranty companies ain't doing it, I can show you where they are. I can tell you there's 1,000 of them, and you just got to keep trying and put your hands to the plow, and it'll be done for you. But going every other direction, that's cool. Learn from TMM, and shout out to TMM, and shout out to everybody else who teaches this game, because I love them. One Stop Mike, we love you. Don't get it twisted. We love you. But we have to give that love to the man who's changing their lives. And that man who's changing their life, his life is precious. His own family say stupid stuff. We help thousands of black families everywhere. So we just want to say that there's love here today. And that all this sounds good, but it's still $99 a month if you sign up. If you give it 30 days, you can call me. I done left my phone number. People have already called my phone already. People are already rolling with me already. There are people already on the road, ain't charging nothing. Now, however another brother do with his time, that's what he want to do with his time. Because it is his time. And he is a boss. So that's between you and how you handle his business, how you handle it with him. But we telling you that we're here to make sure that you're successful. And if something is being said besides that, or something is taken from what Uncle Mike has put together and made anew in a different copy, I'm not cool with it, bro. So we need to get and stick to what the blueprint is that is given us, because this channel is your blueprint and it's able to save your life. And so I love you because we don't really love you. Because clearly all the brothers on this panel love you. And we want to still tell you that it's still rich men talking about nothing, because we still get rich men. And we're trying to tell you that you can be like us if you apply yourself and move in that blueprint. Because ain't nobody else with a blueprint like that one. Because we talking about buying buildings. We talking about changing community. So we love you. I love you. Thank you all for everybody here who was able to speak to me. Love you, Uncle Mike. Y'all get going. I'm tired.
I got to do her too. All right. You got anything you want to say, Greg? We're going to slide out.
All right,
yes, sir,
y'all keep putting money in y'all pocket. I'm going to talk to y'all soon, man.
All right. How about you, Greg B, man? Appreciate it. I love you too, Greg B. I want you to know that, man. No hard feelings at all. None. Y'all my brothers.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say, like I said, Mike, this wasn't to discredit your course, and then it works. That was just my only thing, but maybe next time I'll just let everybody talk for them. But I mean it works because I did it, but some people was, running into it and getting stumped. And like I said, I just want to see everybody make it, but everybody's not going to, make it, I guess. But this is a learning experience. I ain't going to bat for nobody else.
You brought some strong brothers through, man. Really, we have to give Greg his props there. You have built some strong brothers. No denying of that. Greg has built some strong brothers out there. Those guys that run with him, because you got Gregory McClendon here. You got Warren Davis. You got Frank Evans, I think. So he has built some strong brothers. So that's no denying there. And like I say, man, I really appreciated what you done. And I know don't know Gregory's story as much as I know Warren and Frank and them, but I know what you done really helped their families and everything, man. And I'm happy for you for that. And I know they're proud of that too, man. I want to tell you that I'm very, very proud of what you've done there, and keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And like I say, go ahead, Greg. Got something to say?
If black men really caught a wind of what you're doing right here, it will put them in a very powerful position. It'll put them in control of their life and their destiny. I was making 100 grand working right there in my living room, did not have to go nowhere, but I was content making that little bit of money that really ain't nothing once all that tax come up out of there, right? But I'm almost 50. They're gonna move me out and move somebody else in my job, and then what? What this whole thing has done is it instantly created legacy. I instantly knew I could build something and create something that I could leave to my children and my children's children. But I'm gonna say this real quick too. Everything works, but sometimes people don't work. Sometimes people, I'm a go-getter, I'm self-motivated. Some people aren't like that, and they need you to do all these extra things, or they want you to spoon feed, they want you to come over and do the job for them. Some people are like that, and they're just not gonna get what this might be. This isn't a, hey, just snap your fingers and put some water on it tomorrow, you're gonna make all this money. You gotta sit down, you gotta study. You got to put time into trying to figure stuff out. You have to use your cognitive thinking. You have to apply yourself, but you have to apply yourself to go to that funky ass job too. Better. Yeah. And so all I say to anybody who listen. I'm not a technical guy. I'm Verizon. I'm working management. I'm doing that, but I ain't no fool. I know if I'm making $400 a day, 8 hours, and I'm making $600 in 2 hours, I don't have to figure that out. That means I'm losing money and I need to be doing this for 8 hours. You see, I got my stuff on. I work every day. My phone ring every day. I appreciate you, Mike Sneed. And like I said, this Greg always gave praises to you all the time, as I know it. He always told me how y'all talk on the phone. I knew who Miss Ward was before I seen her. I was like, oh, shoot, this Miss Ward right here. Because these are the people that he admired. These are the people that he look up to. But man, everything you gave him, he gave it to me. And one thing I will tell you, I said one thing that I think I got that he didn't get is everything he couldn't figure out. He done figured it out by the time he got to me. And he gave me not the shortcuts, but I didn't have to fall into the pitfalls or the potholes he might have ran into. Yeah. So if I went to make a call, now don't call that number. Call that number so you can get through faster. So he put me on like a fast track program, but it all came through your line. I always knew I was ABC. I hope I'm in the family. I hope so.
You family. And that's what we do. When we know that we go, that's what that each one teach one is. We make sure that the people coming through the family, the lineage, that we make it so they don't run through those blocks and those roadblocks and stuff and get out of there. So I really, like I said, great job, Greg, man. Great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come down there with 20,000 in my pocket and borrow them goddamn food.
There you go. Yeah.
You can't tell me stuff and think I'm not gonna run with that. I'm like, oh, people doing it.
We doing it. We doing it. All of the ABC, we're doing it.
I'll get the number. I'll be down with you going too. Get the ice cream.
Great. Give me my number.
All right.
Look, I know you're about to go. I appreciate it. I'm in the family now, official. I'm here. All right, y'all. And I'm gonna perform like everybody else too. I'm the young one, but I'm gonna still perform the same way. Watch.
Yeah, you're in. Join the. Are you in the Facebook group?
No,
Join the Facebook group, Appliance Boot Camp.
I'll jump in there.
Yeah, we'd love to get you in, man.
Look, I appreciate y'all. And everybody who watching this video, look, I don't care what you got to figure out. You better call somebody, figure out how to do this goddamn course. It'll change your life. Don't do it full time. Just go into it and do it after work. Do one job a day, but you'll figure out that mathematics real quick when you get that check. You'll be like, wait a minute, I did that one job and made what I made the whole day, and you'll figure out the rest. That's how I recommend it to people. You ain't got to quit your job if you're scary like that. Don't quit your job. Just do it. Real work part-time on your fortune and full-time at your job, and eventually you'll figure it out. Hey, look, man, I'm out of here. Mike, I appreciate you. Greg, you already know you, my man. Thanks for teaching this guy that, because he taught it to me. And if we can do this as a community, it will change the entire game, man. I appreciate you. I'm out of here, y'all.
Hey, see you later, Greg. All right. All right. Oh, my God. I see Slick done popped up. Jesus Christ, Slick. Slick, I'm getting ready to go. I'll give you 5 minutes, Slick. I give you 5 minutes. Slick just popped up. I'll give you 5 minutes, Slick. Am I gonna have to? You good?
Hey, I think that's it's hard conversations, and sometimes they ain't that pleasant to have. But I think in manhood you gotta get comfortable with having hard conversations. And I think that's just something that we gotta do. You gotta.
I don't think the conversation. I think this was a great show. I don't think it was no bad show. I think it was a great.
I mean, just where everybody ain't agreeing on everything all the time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all all one side. There's a couple sides of that situation. So, I mean, it's good to have hard conversations and move on and move up. Yeah. Good job, man.
All right, man. Thanks. Once again, if you hadn't already, the link is in the description. If you want to buy the course, everybody tell you the course works. Not only this is a good takeaway from tonight. If you buy that course, if you buy the Appliance Boot Camp course, you can then go to your family. You can do like Greg done. He bought that course. He went to his friends and he showed them what he learned. And put them on to where they making $100,000 or more a year. You can do that. You can go buy this course, get going, and you can take this course and implement it in your family and pull your whole family. If you're in a family that's been stuck with underemployment, unemployment, and just can't get it out, this right here do it. This course and this skill set will pull your family out of the mud, as they say. So buy the course. It's a testament that you can take this course, you learn it, and it doesn't take long. Greg hasn't been doing this no more than 2 years. Nobody's been doing it more than 2 years. In less than 2 years, he was able to take the stuff from Appliance Boot Camp and apply it to another man's life and get the same results as I was able to take my information, apply it to his life, and get those results. And you can do the same thing. It ain't something where you got to be taking your family, going off to college for 4 or 5 years on $100,000 in debt. You can take this information and apply it to your family and change your whole family dynamics. So once again, sign up. The link is in the description, and I'll be talking to you all later.